Local SEO seemed impossible until I built this Claude system that took a client from zero to $173,000 per month in SEO revenue. And in this video, I'm going to give you all of the prompts for free. Just comment prompt and I'm going to show you the whole Claude system as well. Now let's get into the video. This is the same Claude prompt system that has taken this business from literally zero organic search revenue to 1,000 clicks per day and $2.8 million in yearly revenue through SEO. And that is the exact Claude prompt system that I'm going to give you in this particular video. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to build a brain inside Claude Cowork, and that brain is going to take all of the decisions for you, and that is a difference between a good AI and a bad AI. So anything, for example, in ChatGPT or any other AI that you use like Gemini or anything, they give out generic advice in terms of SEO. This is what makes it impossible for Claude to give you generic advice, because we are using this particular prompt. And by the way, like I said, I'm going to give you all of these prompts for free, so just you need to comment prompt and you'll get all of these prompts directly from me. This particular prompt creates that brain inside of Claude for your business, so as it needs and it understands all of this information, and it works like an experienced SEO. So I have been doing SEO for close to 14 years now, and that is what helps our clients get results like this. And by the way, if you're looking for results like this, you can always come to alventramarketing.com. The link would be in the description, and you can click the apply to work with us button and just fill out the form and book a free consultation call with us. I'm giving away all of that information for free anyways, but if you do not have the time and the bandwidth while running a business, we can take care of all of that headache for you and give you guaranteed results. So link to book the call would be in the description. So yeah, the first step is to build a brain inside of Claude Cowork. Then the system that I'm using is of two-pronged approach, where if you run a local business, a major chunk of your calls are going to come from your Google business profile. So you have to ensure that you're giving the due care and attention to your Google business profile, and at the same time your website as well, because your Google business profile would only rank in a 5 to 10 miles radius where the physical location is. But if you're just focusing only on the Google business profile, you are leaving a major chunk of your TAM. Especially if you are a service provider, you can travel to nearby towns, cities and suburbs, and especially well-to-do suburbs, and that is where the website becomes really important, that it can massively increase your TAM. And so we'll be focusing on both aspects of it, and an equally important aspect is AI search. So we'll be looking at all three aspects, and particularly the GBP and website aspect of it, because if you take care of these two aspects of the SEO optimization, and even Google has come out and said about this, that if you're taking care of these two aspects of it, the third aspect, which is GEO, is already being taken care of. And I can show you as well, our clients rank really well in AI search and GEO, which is now called as, because we focus a lot on the traditional SEO, and GEO right now is 70 to 80% of it is still traditional SEO at its core. So let's look at the first audit, which is GBP primary category audit. Anyone who has a Google business profile or who has been doing SEO for a while knows how important your primary Google business category is, and that is one of the most neglected attributes as well from a Google business profile perspective, because most business owners would just select a Google business primary category based on the hunch that they have. They do not do the kind of research that's required in order to select it. This is where Claude Cowork just changes the game, because it will do that research for you. So what it will do is it will open Chrome and go to Google Maps. And one important distinction between Claude Cowork and ChatGPT or Gemini or any other AI is that Claude Cowork can actually control your computer. So if you have their app, or even if you're using the web version of it, it can use Chrome to actually do the work for you. So that's a great distinction, and you do not need to even be a coder or anything for that matter. Claude has different versions for different type of people. So Claude has Claude Code if you're a coder and you want to have a more terminal kind of approach. It has Claude Cowork for an average Joe, an average business owner who does not have the time to learn coding but wants to use AI for the purpose, and that is what I'm teaching in this video. I'm showing you how to use Claude Cowork in particular. So it can open Chrome and go to Google Maps, and it can search for service in that city, and it will find out the top 3 competitors you have, what is the primary category that they have, and what is it exactly that they're doing. So let me show you with example what kind of output it generates based on that, and it also gives you a nice looking PDF report. So all you need to do is just add this sentence at the end of this, that generate a premium looking PDF report as output, and it will give you such a nice looking PDF report as output. So for example, in this particular case, we have taken the keyword as roof replacement, Austin, Texas. That is the keyword that we assume we want to rank for, and the business that we want to rank it for is this particular one. I've just taken a random business just to show you how to do this audit for you. And what it did is it went ahead and for that particular keyword it has done the whole analysis, and for all of the top 3 ranking competitors, the primary category, as you can see, is roofing contractor. This is one of the top mistakes I see other businesses making, is you want to rank for roof repair or roof replacement in Austin and your primary category is set to something else. It is just general contractor, for example. If you want to rank for this keyword and all of the competitors that you are up against have the primary category as roofing contractor, your primary category also needs to be roofing contractor. There's no two ways about it. Google would just not rank you if your primary category is not roofing contractor. And this is how I am using Claude, and this is how, if I were to pretty much have to restart from scratch, or this is why I say if local SEO is not hard anymore or it is not impossible anymore, because just doing this exercise would have taken an SEO with experience like mine, or 10 years or 14 years of SEO experience, for them to see through this, have proper extensions installed on their system so they can extract all of the primary categories and secondary categories. All of that information can now be done by Claude within minutes, and it can also present all of this information into a PDF report that you can not only just understand yourself, you can send it to your marketing person, your team, and they can then just work on that information. But one important thing that differentiates Claude from other AIs as well is that not only Claude can give you out this information, but you can also ask Claude Cowork to just go ahead and change the primary category on your Google business profile. All you need to be is logged into the right Gmail account where your Google business profile is, and just by doing that it can go ahead and change the primary category for you as well. And here in this analysis you can see not only did the primary category analysis, it also did secondary categories analysis as well, and it will eventually tell you what all should be your primary category, what should be your secondary categories, what is it that your competitors have, and based on that. So this is again one very important distinction here is, if you go and ask ChatGPT, I am a roofing contractor, what should be my primary and secondary categories, it will give you answers based on its previous data set of information that it has. It is not going to do the research on your current competitors, and it's not going to tell you the exact information that will help you rank. That is a huge distinction. So what Claude is doing is it is looking at current competitors and telling you exactly what they are doing and what you are missing and why you are not ranking. And then you can ask it to make those changes on your Google business profile, on your website, and that is how you will get those results, which is the whole system we are also using to get great results like these. And this is how we are able to actually just create super results like these. And this whole system, this is a 22 prompt Claude system, that is what we are using, that has just made local SEO so much easier for us right now. And I'll just show you, I don't want to bore you with going into detail of each prompt, but I want to show you what all they do. So this particular prompt, for example, does a service section optimization. So another huge issue that I see with off service based businesses is they have not completely filled out their service sections. Even if they have filled out the list of services, it does not have proper services filled in terms of keywords and descriptions and all of that. So every prompt starts with it open Chrome and going after your competitors and looking at what all services do they have, what all keywords and descriptions they have used in their services description, and then looking at our profile and then coming up with the whole strategy. And it will again give you a full PDF which you can send to your team or get Claude to actually implement all of it on your website. Similarly, GBP description optimization, the main description of your Google business profile, it is very crucial because a lot of business that you're going to get from your Google business profile, people are going to see that description, and even Google is going to use that description. How well it's keyword optimized, is it looking spammy from a lot of keyword users, because business owners just sometimes spam it with keywords in hope to rank better, and it does not work out that way. So it has to be keyword rich, but it must also not be spammy at the same time and all of that. So again, Claude would do the same thing here. It will look at what kind of description optimization has been done by your competitors versus you, and then it will put everything in together for you. So this is one part of the video, which is GBP optimization, and the next part is, and you can see there's other prompts as well. I'll give you the whole prompts and you can look at it and just try each one of these prompts. But the other part is the website side of as well, which is service plus city page builder. From our experience, and we know that Google business profile combined with the website would give you the best possible possible results in terms of SEO. And creating service area pages on your website is one of the most ROI friendly activities you can do in local SEO. So what this particular prompt is going to do is we are telling Claude that we need to build location specific service pages for our website. So again, we are telling that these are the service areas that we serve and these are the services that we do. And then again, it will look at the competitors, and based on that, it will come up with what all service area pages you should be creating, and it will come up with FAQ section, content, and all of that for that particular website as well. And then one important distinction is you can just log in into Chrome in the backend of your website. In, let's say, assume you have a WordPress website, so you can just log into /WP admin panel of your website, and you can ask Claude Cowork to not only generate the whole content for the page, but you can also ask it to go ahead and draft that content on the page. Yes, it would be slightly slower and it would use a lot of tokens, but it can still do it for you. A faster way for you to send it to your developer or your content team to actually draft it for you. But this is also a possibility with Claude, which is not a quick possibility with ChatGPT or Gemini, or it's not as fast as well, but with Claude it's possible. So that is why I am so much kind of in love with Claude Cowork, because not only it just gives you advice, but it actually does that work for you. So based on the whole thing that I'm doing, what I suggest you is go ahead and try all of these prompts. It has made local SEO so much easier for us, and we have been able to get great results for all of the businesses that work with. If you do not have the time and the bandwidth to actually execute those, and you want results like these that we have been able to get for businesses, go to elvent.com and click on the apply to work with us button here or at the home page, and you can also see all of the results and testimonials we have been able to get for businesses. Click on the get started button and see you on an SEO audit call, and let's go from there. See you in the next one. Anyway, if you got some value from this one, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Drop a comment below with any of your questions. I read each comment and try and reply to each one of your questions with a very detailed answer. So make sure you drop your questions in the comments below. And subscribe if you want more AI and SEO related content every week. By the way, we took one business from $0 to $1.7 billion in revenue just through SEO in 11 months. If you want results like that for your business, link to book a call with us at Elventra Marketing is in the description. See you in the next one.